And with me right now is our friend, Dr. Tren. Good to see you, Iggy.
Good to see
Always
ya.
good to see you today.
Yeah.
And we're talking about vitamin and supplements for brain health.
Right.
And, you know, we've often heard that your best vitamins are the ones that you eat, you know, from fruits and vegetables and a good diet.
That's right.
However, some people take some, maybe they've taken them all their life,
Right,
just because
right.
it's a habit. Others do have some supplements. So let's talk about them. Do they work?
Yeah, totally agree with you that that our medicine should be our food, and what we eat should be our medicine as opposed to popping a whole bunch of pills.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, what I've noticed through the years is that the supplements that are popular, the supplements that folks are looking for, typically are medications that are not prescription type medications.
Okay.
What that means is if we have a good pill for it, there's
Yeah.
not a lot of supplements out there.
Yeah.
For example, blood pressure, right?
Okay.
We have tons of different blood pressure medications
Right.
that are available and they work. So people are not out there looking for blood pressure supplements, even cholesterol with the number of statins we have and the
Yes.
different cholesterol medications out there. You don't see a lot of folks going out there looking for cholesterol supplements. But in the areas where there is a need for treatment, where we don't have a good treatment plan as far as what's available from the FDA as far as prescription medications, you'll see a whole ton of variety of supplements like brain health.
Right.
with
Now,
that.
and you're talking
Yeah.
about, just to be clear, you go into certain markets around here, you know, like
Right.
Mother's Market and then Sprouts and all that.
Right.
And it's a whole huge area of vitamins and supplements. And quite often, there'll be
Right.
ones on there that'll say for brain health, for this, for that. And it gets confusing. Ginseng and, you know, all this kind of stuff.
It gets very confusing, and as you know, supplements are not regulated
No,
in
they
the same
aren't.
way that we regulate prescription medications.
Yeah.
With that, and as a matter of fact, most of these supplements are considered food.
Oh, really?
They're in that category as nutritional food products, and that's how we get around the same criteria as medications are.
Okay.
With that. And so it's important for folks to know how to identify supplements that that even from where they came from, you know, issues like that, not just the supplement themselves, but how these supplements are made.
That's a good point,
Were
yeah.
these supplements made in the USA? Were they imported by a number of countries?
Okay.
What is the quality control of the supplements that came in through a variety of countries, right? How do we know the quality control
true,
of these
yeah.
supplements? How do we know that when these supplements arrive to the port that they're all being inspected, you know, appropriately? And so those are some of the concerns I sometimes have with supplements. And how do we know that these supplements that are manufactured, whether here or elsewhere, are certified as GMP, Good Manufacturing Practice certifications, right?
Yeah.
Those are some of the things we need to think about and to look for. How do we know they're organic versus
Yeah.
non-organic? You know, there's a certification for organic supplements, USDA certified organic
So all
supplements.
these things you got to look for.
Yeah.
Let me ask you quickly, the difference between a vitamin and a supplement is a supplement would be, like I said, you're taking
Right.
fish oil or vitamin or ginger pills or something. Would
Yes.
that be a supplement versus I'm taking vitamin C, vitamin B or something?
Exactly. Both vitamins and supplements our body needs but do not make.
Okay.
Our body do not make vitamin A, vitamin B,
Okay.
vitamin C. We need them for survival. We need them for daily healthy functioning of our body. But our body doesn't make it, so we need to take it in, whether as food or as supplements and vitamins.
I would think that that for many people too, if they're on some sort of medication, prescribed medication,
Yes.
they have to be careful about anything else that they're taking, right?
Yes, yes. Just because a product is a supplement doesn't mean it's naturally safe.
Okay.
Or vitamin.
Right.
It's possible to overdose on vitamins. And many vitamins actually acts as blood thinners as
Right,
well.
okay.
So if you're on Coumadin, warfarin, a blood thinner, and you're taking additional supplements and you notice bruising, it may be because, of the interaction of these supplements or vitamins, which are blood thinners, that can also interact with your blood thinners you're taking.
What about, let's go back to food. In other words, eat some real carrots or eat some of this or that rather than taking a supplement. Is that better, or is it sometimes people need a certain amount and there's no way they could eat a whole big piece of ginger every day or whatever? I'm using ginger because that's kind of popular now. But
yes, it's always better to get it closer to the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, eating the plant that has the vitamins in it is much better than eating a pill necessarily. Although some claim that if you condense like a whole bunch of plants together and put in 10 fruits in one pill, it may be better in a gummy bear.
Yeah.
But it's processed. We always prefer the natural route.
Okay.
With that.
Now, are there certain supplements or vitamins you would recommend that can help in brain health? Is there something that, or even teas? I guess there's a lot of teas nowadays that I know there's certain brands that will say this is for calming, this is for this is for that. What's your take on that?
Yeah, let me tell you how I view these multiple products in the industry that's being sold now to our patients. Not just for brain health, but for joint health, for prostate health, for women's health, for men's health. The first thing I do is, as a physician, I go and look at the research.
Okay.
Because there is a difference between good science and good marketing.
Right, right.
You can have poor science and great marketing, or you can have great science with poor marketing.
Right.
And it's the marketing is what folks will look at. I look at the science.
Yeah.
And what I do is I go through the clinical trials and I study and I view, what does the clinical trials say on fish oil? What do the clinical trials say on product A versus product B? It's very important because you can have a clinical trial of 10 people, 10 patients with good results and throw out a huge claim that it's successful and that it cures this and that, right? Very dangerous, but it's being done now.
Yeah.
And I view these clinical trials and I'm like, okay, they studied it from, on 20 patients maybe, good results. And they're making these huge claims on a study on 20 patients. It scares me. Versus other studies, which may have hundreds of patients with good results, but maybe the marketing just isn't there.
Yeah.
And so one supplement may be better than the other, versus one claim may be, one ingredient may have better marketing than the other. So I look at the studies and I encourage folks when they're looking at supplements to actually look at the studies behind them. How many patients was studied? Was it 10 patients or 1,000 patients? Right? Because you're going to go with the results of 1,000 patients over 10 patients, but we don't know the difference.
Right.
So we have to look at that to view the quality of the studies. Was it a double-blind study? Was it a study comparing a group of patients and who took the real thing versus a group of patients who took placebo to really filter out bias?
Yeah.
Or was it only patients who all knew they were taking that supplement?
Right. Which psychologically they're going to go,
And who's funding the study?
Yeah.
Right? Is it funded from an objective organization, NIH, or is it funded by the company who is, providing the product?
Yeah. Well, all good stuff, and unfortunately we're out of time because we could go on and talk about. We're always at the point. I'm always at this point with Dr. Trent where I'm thinking I have like 10 more questions to ask. I want to thank you for coming on as always. And what we want to tell people that if you ever want a free consultation with Dr. Trim, with the Irvine Clinical Research, his Healthy Brain Club, the number's on the screen, 753-1663, or go to healthybrainclub.com. All right, and take your Flintstones, right?
All right, Flintstones, that's right. So good to see you.
Right. You know, it's so true. It's like